here at the Uganda National Examinations Board. We are in the process of registering candidates for the 2023 examinations for all the three levels. That is the PLE, Primary Living Examinations. That is for P7, the UCE, Uganda Certificate of Education for Senior 4, as well as the USCE, the Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education. And we started registering officially on the 1st of April. And now we've moved on, we are into May. So the countdown to the end of the normal registration is actually going. One normal registration will end on the 31st of May, 2023. And we want to encourage all our stakeholders there, the teachers, the parents, heads of centers. Please do whatever it takes to try and register the candidates in good time. Because beyond that, you're going to be charged a surcharge, and we don't want to do that to our parents. So where we are able to do, please let's do our best and register the candidates in good time. The government is going to be paying for all the candidates in the universal secondary education that is used, as well as the universal primary education and the post O-level education that is OPOLATE. So we want to ask the heads of centers in those government-aided schools to please register the candidates in good time. You do not have much reason not to register the candidates because you're not waiting for registration fees anyway. All you need is to take the picture of their candidate, take the picture, get their biodata, and we've given you all the CDs for the software. So please use that CD, use the software to fill in the biodata of the candidates, and go ahead and upload the biodata for the candidates in good time, because for the government candidates, you do not even have the opportunity of uploading after 31st May, unless you're actually going to pay with a surcharge. Our fees have remained the same. That is 34,000 for PLE, and 164,000 for UCE, and then 186,000 for USCE. However, that is for the normal registration. If you're not able to register during this period, we've given you a grace period of June. That is from the 1st of June to the 30th of June. You pay a surcharge, however, over and above the normal registration fees. So for PLE, surcharge is going to be 100%. So meaning where we were supposed to pay 34,000, you're now going to pay 68,000. And for UCE, surcharge will be 50%. So where you're supposed to pay 164,000, you're now going to pay 246,000. And for USCE, still surcharge is going to be 50%. So where you are supposed to pay 186,000, you're going to pay 279,000. From experience, however, we realize that some people still come to register after June. So we have a late registration period. This is going to cost you 100% surcharge for all levels. PLE, of course, is 100%. That's going to be 68,000. And UCE is going to be 100%. So it's going to become 328,000. And USCE, 100% surcharge. So the fee will become 372,000. We therefore want to urge all our stakeholders out there, please do your best to try and make sure we register candidates in good time. We call upon the district inspectors of schools, municipal inspectors of schools, as well as the city inspectors of schools. You are our allies at the primary school level. Please, let's encourage the schools to upload the data, to give in the data. Let's do the data cleaning right now and submit in good time. We want to request the teachers and the parents to work hand in hand and make sure that we have accurate data submitted. Look at the spelling of names. Look at the order of the names. Look at the date of birth. Look at, after uploading, after the pictures have been taken, please look at the gender. Make sure the picture attached to the person is the one that actually belongs to, is the same person. And make sure we have the correct gender. Don't tag male to female and female to male. And then, of course, for the senior fours and seniors, for the senior fours, for instance, you need to indicate the subjects which you are registering for. So all this is very critical information, and it needs to be accurate. We want to ask parents of senior 4 candidates to try and look at the P7 result slip for those candidates. Why? Because the result slips for P7 are used as a basis. It's the main reference document. So in case you have a mistake on the P7 result slip, that mistake is going to be carried through. However, at this time of registration, you have an opportunity to adjust the anomaly and make it accurate. So even if you've registered, please go to school and ask them. Have a second look. Have an editorial. Look through. We want us teachers to display the registers of candidates so the people can be able to look through and do the editorials. Just in case there's a mistake in the P7 result slip, we are going to ask you to come to UNEB before the end of registration. Come, bring the old result slip, bring the birth certificate because it is our first main reference document, and show maybe it's a date of birth, maybe there was a mistake made in the date of birth. So come to us, come to UNEB Mtinda, room 21 or room 22, and you will be assisted. We shall be able to change the anomalies so we can have clean data going forward. So we want to work together and make sure that we do not have our learners get mistakes on their documents. Because apparently, even NIRA, when NIRA is giving national IDs and names, they use the UNEB documents as the main reference documents. So it is very important for us as parents to make sure that our children's biodata is correct to avoid getting challenges later on. I want to ask the head teachers, please, let's do our best. Let's be vigilant. Let's make sure that the people we put in place to help us register the candidates actually register them. It is an offense, first and foremost, to charge fees which are not UNEB fees. I know we have said that these are the fees. What we are charging are the UNEB fees, but schools need they have administrative costs which they incur. However, what we are saying, don't call them UNEB fees because the UNEB fees are gazetted by Parliament, so we can't have them change all over. So just say UNEB fees are 164 for UCE. However, the school will need some administrative costs to run the examination for this period of 2 months. So this is what we have added. And let the parents know about it, because we received complaints where parents are saying they are being exploited. Kindly don't overcharge the parents. Let's do something reasonable because nobody has money just lying about there. So let's try and be parental. Let's try and be lenient. Let's add just the basic minimum, what we need to administratively carry out the examination. The photographs, the internet services, whatever you're going to need. But please explain to the parents. But in case there's a parent who feels aggrieved, you can go to the nearest police station. Make sure you have proof of payment. You should have a receipt or a mobile money message indicating that you paid this amount as opposed to this amount and that they called it UNEB fees. That is where the difference is. Somebody has called it UNEB fees. If they've called it UNEB fees, then you have a case. And we want to ask our colleagues at police to please receive these cases, and then we have colleagues at the CID headquarters here who can help you go through the process, and we hope that we can be able to minimize the exploitation of our parents. So we ask the head teachers and the heads of centers, please try not to exploit our parents. The other critical thing is about misappropriating UNEB registration fees. If parents have paid you money for registration fees, let's say you have 85 candidates, kindly register 85 candidates as per fees paid. Please do not delay doing this because you can end up misappropriating the money, using it for other things, thinking you're going to get it and somehow you fail to get it. That is an offense. In the UNEB Act 2021, it is an offense, and you can be charged. The charge is 2,000 currency points, and also that's 40 million shillings, or you can be imprisoned for a period not exceeding 10 years or both. And then, of course, also in addition to that penalty, such a person convicted will have to pay back the money collected from the concerned students or their sponsors for all of the students and compensate them accordingly. So we don't want to reach such a time after the time of doing examinations, and you see people crying all over saying that they were never registered, yet they actually paid the money. Fortunately, after registration, UNEB is going to give an opportunity to the parents and the learners to confirm their registration status. At the same time, the schools will also be obliged to display the registers of the candidates at the schools, so parents and candidates will have to go and confirm. And that is a very critical period. Once it's done, I want to ask parents once again, be very keen. Go on the notes board. Look at the name of your child. Look at the spelling. Look at the order of names. Look at the date of birth. At times, some computers interchange, like let's say today is, let's say if it's May 18th, or let's say it's May 8th, and they put 5th August. So you need to look at all that. Make sure it is correct. Ensure the photograph which is appended against your child's name is actually very clear and can be, and that's your child. If your child is a girl, let it be a female gender. If it's a boy, let it be a male gender. And the subjects that they're registering for. Make sure everything is accurate. In case of an anomaly, then you have to let us know. There's going to be a link on the school portals. You inform the school, and then the school will inform your UNEB, and you shall be able to make the changes at that point in time, when there's still good time. So we want everybody to be part of this process, and we want people to appreciate that this data for registration forms the basis for our planning. It forms the basis for the examination which is going to be conducted. So for us, it is very critical, and that is the reason why we have even tight deadlines, because we need to start planning. How many scripts do we have? Do we need? Everything actually is based on that. The examiners you're going to train, the scouts you're going to need, all that is based on the number of candidates who have registered for the examination. So it is very critical that we do register in good time, and we want to ask the heads of centers to help us do this so that we can be able to go through exercise in good time. Finally, I want to ask parents. I want to ask parents to try and buy. We have a set of booklets. These are UNEB booklets which have past papers for UNEB, and these are at different levels for PLE, for UCE, and for UACE. So I want to ask parents to please try your level best and access these booklets. They are available at our bookshop here at UNEB headquarters in Ntinda, but also in the city center on Communications House, ground floor. You are going to get all of them at different prices, and actually we have subsidized prices specifically for senior 4s. So we have for all subjects, and for some of them we even have marking guides. So I want to ask you to please try and access them. This is going to help the candidates be able to do their own revision, be able to know how to answer questions, and also in a way try to avoid examination malpractice, because malpractice usually happens due to lack of effective teaching and learning. So these booklets, the question banks, are going to help even and guide our teachers to carry out effective teaching and learning. And I want to request you parents to support the learners and the schools to access these booklets, because they are very important, and it's a critical source of rich resource which will enable our learners to be ready for the examinations. To the learners, I want to request you, please be committed, be hardworking, find time, take off time to revise, to go through what you've been taught, ask where you need help. You can do some discussions, but put in quality time and purpose to perform well, because we are not setting examinations for you to fail. Just know you are the senior 4 learners. You are the last batch of the old curriculum. So there's no opportunity for repeating. Most importantly, UNEB does not set examinations for you to fail. So we are purposing, and we know you are able to pass these examinations if you've been hardworking, read your books, and effective teaching and learning has taken place on the side of the teachers. Let's support our learners to go through the syllabus. Let's do our best. We still have some time. Please take learners through the syllabus, so they can be able to, to pass effectively once we've done our bit. And want to thank the parents, everyone who has put in whatever they can to make sure we support the learners to go back to school. Please get them registered in good time, and it shall be well. Remember, registration ends on the 31st of May 2023. That's the normal registration. And then late registration will be for June, and there shall be a surcharge of 50% for UCE and USCE, and 100% for PLE. Late registration will be in July. Surcharge will be 100% at all levels.